that you understand that the receiving the promise of God and then being tested and passing that test, that number three, this also is for the good of those around you or who you're called to minister to. Because when you receive the promises of God and then you pass all your tests, then you are really ripe and eligible for ministry because you've got a testimony. This is the third thing. You must be able to share the faithfulness of God. God is always going to be faithful, and he wants you to share that faithfulness with others. So let him work on what he's working on right now with you. But remember that he's giving you a testimony. He's going to give you a story that you can tell of his faithfulness. He's going to come through. Breakthrough is going to happen for you. God is working it out, and that sometimes it takes a lot of time to work these things out in this life. All my life that I have encountered God, it has not been until recently that I have seen some of the things fulfilled that he has spoke to me about as a teenager. I'm talking 45 and 50 years ago. He spoke to me things that are just happening right now. They're happening right now. I was 10 years old when he spoke to me, and these things are happening right now. That's 50 years later. 50 years. I'm starting to see the promises of God. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on God. Let God work it out and believe him because he trusts you. He's given you this amazing life, this life of resurrection power, this life of preaching and teaching the good news of the gospel and living out and being able to see miracles in the days that we live in. God is moving by his Spirit. And so talk about these things. Talk about how Abraham spent a lifetime seeing the fulfillment. And so God is working out. Talk about Noah and how he was in a time that was full of the hybrid race, and he was the only one left, him and his family, that could be saved on the whole earth. And they were put on a boat just to be preserved from the hybrids, from the hybrid races. And think about Joseph, who was the deliverer for his family and for his country, but yet he found himself sold as a slave and later became second in command of all of Egypt. Think about, the Moses who was left for dead in the water in a basket and ended up in the Pharaoh's court and then ended up being the deliverer of Israel, being the one who took the people out. This is all a lifetime. These are all people that experience God through a whole lifetime. So your testimony of his faithfulness is based on a whole lifetime. So just stay in there with God and discuss, among yourself some of the things that you're going through, but pray for each other and build each other up in trust and in faith, praying for one another and just ask for the power of the Holy Spirit to intervene in individuals' lives and share in testimonies. Those of you who have had God do amazing things, this would be the time during this particular fellowship this week to share and to testify something good that God has done